This is a Murder Seat Broadcast. Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Podcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law, and here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I lost my number on count. What is my count?
I believe it's 175. I was just looking at that.
I think it might be. Yeah.
175?
175.
That's pretty good. That's one of those multiples of 25.
Yeah, let's put it at 175.
Those are important.
I think it is at 175.
Yeah. Wait, let me look at the file. Yes, it is indeed 175. I've saved the file. We are pre-recording tonight. So
we're recording because we know the sidekick here has to have a work problem with his boss.
Got a problem. Fighting with that boss.
Fighting with the boss, trying to get a Friday off, but he can't seem to get the Friday off, and we have to record.
We'll fix that. I'm going to fix that soon, Uncle, but I haven't yet. Going to change things so that I am off Fridays. But yeah, we're not live on Ocelli.com as usual. Friday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern. We're pre-recording. However, the show will be premiering on Ocelli.com Friday night. You should be going there Fridays to join the chat room and whatnot.
Listen to the chat room and got the number to give the number out and let them know to call in that number and you can hear me talk what we're doing here now.
Yeah, the regular number is 319-527-5016. Don't call that tonight, but do save that if you ever want to call in when we're live so you're just ready to go on speed dial and call up and join the show.
Correct.
Uncle, I was looking up the episode number just before starting this. I was going online to the website, and I do have an issue to report.
Ooh, what do we got?
We got a slight technical difficulty.
Some kind of songs?
Well, it's with the website. The website is down.
It's because this virus. It's the virus. I'm telling you, it's the virus that's controlling. It's got to be the virus.
So UncleThePodcast.com got COVID-19? Is that what you're telling me?
It sounds like it, if this is what's I think you're saying.
Yeah, it pops up with an error code. What
does that mean?
It's a bunch of computer programming gobbledygook, essentially.
Caught up with it. It caught up with it. That's the problem. It caught up with it.
The virus did?
Yes. No, wind up. We've been in the house since this happened. We've been in the house, stuck in this house, doing whatever. I mean, we just can't. We can't go out.
No,
we can't.
You're stuck, yeah.
I'm surprised I don't got a mask when every time you go to work.
I wear a mask in there. I wear my mask. Yeah, I have to at this point. It's actually here in Riverside County. If you don't go out with a mask, you can be fined. I think even jailed at this point for not wearing a mask.
You do? You can?
Yes, that changed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was this past week. They just initiated that. I think that started on Monday, that policy.
Oh, boy, that's something new. I better get that new one up here. I got my strap broke. I have to get one.
Yeah. Well, if you go out, make sure you wear it because you can get in trouble. So
I didn't know that.
But yeah, I guess the website got the virus. I don't know.
Is that yours too?
No, the ageoftransitions.com is up and running. It just happened out of nowhere because I was on UncleThePodcast.com recently, and I just logged in to see if I could figure something out. I can still get into the back end of the site. It's just one of those little things. I got to try to figure it out and fix things up so that the website works again. That's just a little chore I've got, I suppose. Fix UncleThePodcast.com.
Well, there you go. You got a job to do. That's right, kid.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Exciting. Well. So, I don't know. UncleThePodcast.com. We'll be back. The podcast is still running. Our social media is still fine. I mean, everything's just rolling along. So, everything's cool for the most part. Just got to get the website back.
I was thinking of calling in tonight. But, see, if you couldn't do this, I would have called in anyway because I wanted to talk to Chuck.
I got a hold of Chuck, and just in case we weren't able to record this as we are now, the backup plan was for you to call into the show. So you'd be calling in. But I think we're going to be okay now. As long as we can get through this hour-long recording, we will just finish this off and send this off as the show. Should be fine.
Okay. So, the people, we have and he said, he's going to straighten out his hours. And we're going to have to see if we get this Friday live rolling still.
You're talking about the live show.
Live show.
Yeah.
I'm still in the live show operation.
Oh, yeah. It's still a live show.
Let's see now. This is April, people.
I know.
Top Gun is coming. Top Gun in 2 more months. 2 more months, we're going to see Top Gun.
We were talking.
So get ready to have a podcast talk about Top Gun. I'm getting excited.
Well, it's interesting timing on Top Gun, and we'll see because no one knows when this coronavirus self-quarantining stay-at-home business is going to even end.
Well, the problem that why it's not ending, let me explain why it's not ending.
Sure.
First of all, you got all these people that died, and the older people like myself and my sister that they got to get to before they even get to the young people. And this is the process. It's line by line by line. And this is how they were operating it, but they don't have the stuff to put the shot in the body yet. That's the point.
Talking about the vaccine.
The vaccine stuff.
Not there. No.
Not there yet. And that's what the whole up is.
They're working on it.
They're working on it.
Okay.
Matter of fact, just the other day, I talked to my boss.
Yeah.
Everything seems fine. Everybody who can drive is working there. The people that ain't are home. So I got all my boys probably all home, the ones that can.
So everybody's still home. Nobody can go out.
No.
Top Gun 2 has a release date for what, June? Wasn't it? Mid-June
it was
or something? June something.
I forgot the date. I don't know what the date in June is, but it's in June sometime.
Somewhere around the middle or some middle of June, I want to say. So it's interesting to see because that is kind of like the projected time where people are guessing this whole stay-at-home business is going to end right around then. And I was thinking in terms of this movie, if they can if it times out to be just right, where their release date lines up with the release date of people being let out of their homes, if you know what I mean, and people can go out again, then people are going to go out in force and see that movie like they wouldn't have even before because they want to get out and do stuff.
They're going to be out. I'm going to tell you something before we start talking about this. That thing, the first day is going to be packed, if you say it's coming true. Because if the people are going to be packed, so do not go the first day. I'm warning you, do not go the first day.
Don't go there.
The first day. But I mean, and then after that, then you can go.
You might get a case of coronavirus even though they say it's over because there's so many people.
That's true.
It could. I mean, it could work out to be very successful if the timing is just right. They could. I would see that they make even more money than projected, which I'm sure is a lot. There's gonna be a lot of people watching no matter what.
I know. Even though if then if it isn't completed, I wonder how they're going to do it to put it on the for the Watch It review. If it doesn't.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm just wondering about that.
A lot of the new movies that are coming out now, I think they're putting them direct to the streaming services and whatnot. You can like buy them on Apple Movies or whatever it is and stuff like that. So you can buy them.
If that happens, if that comes to happen, we have to do that. You better stop buying. I mean, we're gonna buy it because I will buy it. We will buy that because I do want to see it.
Okay.
I will buy it. Personally, I would even buy it.
Oh, you'll buy it.
But because I want to see this second part of this Top Gun thing.
Yeah, that might be. So if this is still going on, the stay-at-home business by then, oh gosh, I hope not. But if so, then that's what'll happen. People will be buying it on their smart TVs and watching it that way.
Hey, yeah. Oh, you look at it this way. If it happens to be that way, you don't have to go into the crowd.
Yeah.
That you sit home, listen, watch, buy, and boom. You're on there watching it on the tube.
A lot of people have the big fancy TVs and the sound systems now. Anyway, everybody's got their fancy
jamming
TV.
jamming up to the movie theater, trying to get in. That's more of a pain than anything else, if you think about it.
Yeah. So there's surround sound systems in the living room. I mean, why even bother going out anyway?
That's my point. Exactly what I was going to say.
So, I mean, I don't know. It seems like quite a few people have been setting up their homes to be ready for this quarantining already, wouldn't you say, Uncle?
Yeah, they are. They've been because when actually do you remember it started?
Oh, this quarantining business?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. This is, as we're recording, this is April 9th. We're, I want to say, like 2 weeks into this. This was in March for sure that this started. Yeah. Was it mid-March? Was it like the middle of March?
Somewhere in there. After Nana's birthday, I think.
It was before that because she couldn't do it. Was like right before that.
But we did go out on, we went out on a birthday, though.
Oh, was that the actual night of the birthday? Yeah, but then that was at the beginning before they told everybody to definitely stay home.
Yeah, that was it. People were just the beginning of it. That's when it went. That's when
people were starting to get nervous.
Starting to get nervous, and they all started going home just before we went.
It's a little after that.
Yeah, a little after that. It happened. Yeah, that's when I remember. So it was, let's say, the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th. Around the 14th, give or take.
It seems like it's been a long time.
That started.
If this, I mean, some of the projections are it'll go on for months and months and months. Oh my gosh, I hope not. That'd be ridiculous.
Well, we don't really know when actually we'll be able to get out of the house. Telling you the truth is, that is the truth. Because people, I know, standpoint of you people that are home, I know you are bored. Believe me, I know you are bored. You don't know what to do with yourselves. And this stuff going on. It all started with you know what? Nowhere.
What was that?
You know where this started at.
Where did it start? I don't. Where did it start? I don't know that.
You don't know where it started?
No, where?
Where your wife went to visit.
Where she went to visit. St. Petersburg, Florida?
No. Where she does her work.
London, England?
No. It starts with a T.
Orange County, California?
No.
A T.
Tiny
town? Tiny town.
No. Cease with C.
Oh, China, yes.
That's where it started.
The Wuhan province? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, I'm not saying it's their fault, but the point I'm saying
it just came from there.
It just came from there. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that's the talk. That's one of the big controversies surrounding the virus is where did it come from?
Where it started at.
How did it start? What is it?
What?
And there's even talk, among conspiracy circles that, is it a man-made, biologically engineered bioweapon? Have you heard that one, Uncle? Have you heard that debate?
If that, it might be a war going on.
Yeah, well, that's
the way you said it.
Yes, is it a race-specific genetic weapon?
Genetic weapon? They're trying to kill people off. It's possible. I mean, it's very possible. But
did it come from China? Because people are eating armadillos in China.
Yeah.
That's a popular story. People eating little pangolin armadillo-like creatures and the bush meat.
Crazy stuff. I'm just wondering if that was where it started or what was the story about it.
President Trump calls it the Chinese virus.
And then the next step they said was cut off all the airplane rides. Mm-hmm. Do not go on the plane to any state that has that.
Correct.
So he cut that. There was one thing about that.
What was that?
The skies were nice and quiet since this hell happened.
I was talking about that on my show, is how that the air in Los Angeles has been recorded as the cleanest air of any city in the world presently.
But because of no planes going up.
And no planes, no cars, no pollution from all that stuff. So it's much cleaner than usually it is not clean whatsoever.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Who's that? We're back?
We're back. Okay.
We're back.
The audience won't know that we were even gone, but we just took a real quick pause there.
For a few minutes.
Yeah, it's astonishing that we're able to record one of these shows in the middle of the day as things are at the moment, Uncle.
Today is Thursday, I suppose.
Yeah, it is middle of the week.
Thursday, second to the end.
You were mentioning how everybody's at home bored, but
Yeah.
I was mentioning on my half of the show that I've never been busier. I mean, it's...
Well, yourself haven't been busier because they have more for you to do.
Oh, yeah.
And like you did the fence,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you did your plants,
Talking about housework.
housework stuff. This is what busy is, being a housework.
The kids...
The kids have been
That's what I was just
pulling
doing.
your hair out of you, trying to
We're-
get the school stuff
We're
done.
having to homeschool, essentially.
Homeschool
That's
section,
different.
and that's different because the teachers ain't at home, of course.
So I just had to do some schoolwork with my daughter right now.
Yeah.
But do some other school things with them. But that's over at the moment. We're going to power through the rest of this episode, and we're
finish this
going to
episode,
have it in the can, all pre-recorded, ready for the Friday night premiere.
Friday night premiere for them to listen to.
Yeah.
But have our voices, but not our bodies.
Yeah.
If
there
you
you go.
if you couldn't have said
That's-
it that way.
That's how broadcasting works.
Right.
But
So-
I think, weren't we talking about how the virus was from China? Is that what we were talking
that's what
about?
we were talking about. It
You-
come from China. The problem is it came from China, and now they need a way to knock it down, meaning to put the shots in the people that are
Vaccines, yes.
ill and the people that may be having it, put a little of that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
Uncle, this brings up an interesting thing. This isn't a vaccine, but
Vaccine, right.
it does involve hypodermic needles and medical equipment. The Red Cross has been putting out tons of advertisements asking people to donate blood because they're...
That's the other thing. That was the other thing I mentioned to say.
Yeah, what was that?
They were short on blood.
Yes.
So what they need is people's blood.
Yes.
But there's certain kind of blood that they need.
Well...
B's, C's, and A's.
Yeah.
And O's. Depending on what they are.
Well,
That
yeah.
is the point for this blood course.
Yeah, everybody's got... I mean, there's all those different blood types.
Blood
whatever,
types is
Whatever
what
your
I meant.
blood type is. I mean, they'll take anybody. If you want to come give blood, they will not turn you away.
The only problem with me is they won't take mine because I'm diabetic.
Sure.
And there's people
Yeah.
that are diabetic that won't be able to.
You can't do
Would
it.
like to,
You can't do it.
but can't. But that's the point that I have. And the other people
well,
can use.
I want to do it, and I'm...
You can. You
I
can
want
go
to.
out and do it. You're not diabetic or
Yeah.
anything. You can do it.
So I was just on the computer looking it up and seeing that there are local places where they're setting up and doing it. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell if I need to set up an appointment or what, but I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to do it.
I think it's a box where they say, walk in, give a shot.
Yeah, well,
Or
there's
give a shot.
They have certain locations in
Locations
the area.
that have that.
It looks like churches and stuff.
Yeah,
and
churches have them.
community centers.
Yeah,
and then
them kind of things.
you go, and again, I can't tell if I need an appointment or if you just show up. I got to figure that out, but I want to do it. One reason I want to do it is just because we should be doing it. But then the other perk to it is there's a perk to doing it right now in that they test you for the virus, I believe.
That's another good point.
Yes.
That's another good point. Yes, they do. I mean, of course they will do that to make sure that you don't have it before they give the blood.
Correct.
That's what it is. Exactly what it is.
A coworker was telling me that's a very comprehensive test too. That's like so good that they can tell if you've had the virus and now it's gone, and when you had it. Like, I guess the test can determine that. I have no idea how
Right.
this works.
But this is what they're trying to test on people. And this is the point that people are waiting to do. Exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
So it's just a convenient little thing. You know, I've been in the public for so long, and
Yeah.
now, you know, I'll give blood, which I should be doing anyway. And then the nice little bonus is I'll see if I've ever had this virus. And probably haven't, but it'll be interesting just to see nonetheless.
Well, you haven't been out of the United States, correct?
No, I haven't.
And
not
of
recently.
course, that's where it has started. Not just saying this is where it started.
Well, I've never been to China.
And never been to China. So how would that affect somebody that would have had it get it? That's my point.
Well, that in the initial phases of all this, that was one of the big questions that they were asking people. Have you been out of the country lately? And if so, sometimes they were quarantining people who were coming back.
Right.
The people on those cruise ships and all that was kind of like the early phases of this whole thing.
We were going to go on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Back
an idea.
to go to China. Not to China. Go to Russia.
Yeah.
We were going to Russia. But that is completely gone.
Yeah.
We're going to get our money back. Hopefully we should have our money back sometime this week or whenever.
Yeah.
So we got to get the money back from them.
Yeah, the cruise thing is interesting. The cruises have been a big topic within this
virus stuff.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see. I kind of see why, but it's interesting to see that in the middle of the whole story.
Yeah, this is. I was getting excited to go, but the point is, like you said, we can't because of the virus problem, and then that's why we hold it a minute. We can't go because of this. Come on, this is crazy.
Yeah, the cruise thing. Cruises are weird. That's a whole nother topic.
Well, this is where another thing can come to the place that if somebody does have it in a place where they checked it at, it's possible that people can catch it. That's the other reason why they're not letting go.
Cruise ships are breeding grounds for viruses.
Breeding grounds. That's the word.
On the cruise ships, they have hand sanitizer absolutely everywhere.
Oh, yeah. You go on you try to wash your hands every 5 or less minutes.
Yeah, and if you...
even if you're not eating. Wash your hands, please.
Wash your hands, please. If you come down with anything, a stomach bug or anything, they quarantine you to your room.
Right there and get it straightened out if the person has it. This is the point.
This is before coronavirus. This is any time you take a cruise.
Even you get started to do that. So let's say, even if we did go, we'd have to do just what you just said. Yeah. Go through that process.
Cruises are crazy. Yeah,
that would be a system for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a strange. The cruise world is a strange world.
Well, it's going to be cooled off for a while now, though. Since this.
Well, people are talking about the cruise industry is going to be over. They're not going to be able to handle it, or the cruise industry is being bailed out, just like every other big industry. This and the other. Should they be bailed out? Should we do away with cruises? So it's funny to see a huge debate about cruises and just debating about cruises. I think that's I find that an interesting phenomenon. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see it be a real debate and actually people talk about the actual issues involved with the industry, because there are quite a number of ethical issues involved.
I would like to understand how they operate it, too, in a way that if this comes about, like you're saying.
Well,
for people, because the people make the cruises. Let's put it in perspective.
What people are that? Is that
the people that go on cruises? They make the cruises. Well, if you didn't have the people,
the customers,
the customers,
got to have a customer base.
If you don't have them, you don't have a cruise. Well, think about it that way.
That's why the industry's in trouble. They don't have any customers. They can't do it.
Great. Then that's the point.
Cruising is bizarre because of the very unique legal structure in which they work. Because they happen out in the middle of the ocean, where the laws of the land, any given land, do not apply. It's international maritime law out there. Do you know this, Uncle?
Yeah, I know. I know that in a gambler's standpoint. Because when we go out, you cannot gamble in the country.
No.
You go out the wait, people. Do not put out the chips until you're out in the ocean.
It has to leave port, right?
Yeah. Leave port. So people are waiting. While they're waiting to get the ship out on the water. We're out in the water now. Everybody on the betting board, please.
Start
and then
gambling.
Start gambling. So everybody, I've noticed that on one cruise I took with the football team. I've done that.
The
Back
Florida
in
State
the Florida
one,
State
yes,
Warden football team. Yeah. I've seen how they operate that. I mean, that is neat. I said, well, when are they going to start? When are they going to start? We're going down there because I'm having a gamble and everybody else going into their rooms or wherever they were going.
That's the perfect.
I mean, that's what I liked.
That's the perfect illustration of how that works and how the laws work there. And you because it's illegal in whatever country to gamble, but then out on the water you can do anything.
Right. So the water is freedom. If you think of it that way, the water is freedom where to gamble.
Yeah.
It's not what you're laughing at.
Maybe
it's true.
We should live in water world and just be totally free out there.
Did you remember that show, The
movie?
Water, the man living in water?
You talking about Waterworld, the movie?
Yeah.
With Kevin Costner and
No, not him. The other one lived underwater.
Lived underwater?
I don't think you saw the movie.
Is it like 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea or something?
Well, that's ones that your wife and my sister wanted me to see. I forget what it was called.
Sequest DSV?
Yeah, and the mother was a queen of some kind of water thing, and the father was a lifeguard on the ocean.
Okay.
I forget what it was called.
Oh, you're talking about Aquaman?
Yeah, Aquaman.
Oh, okay.
It was something like that.
All right.
It's like Aquaman. I mean, New York, I know something like that. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I never did watch the Aquaman movie. Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. If you somewhere and just listen, it's actually on what you call it. It's on my.
It's on Netflix now.
It's on the show that my nana gave me. That.
Oh, it's on that weird channel you're talking about the other day.
Okay, it's on that. If you're going to watch something, you try to watch it sometime.
I was told that it was interesting.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting. Now I've not seen it.
I think there's some like occult and esoteric stuff going on in it from what I gather. I haven't seen it at all yet, but man, it might be worth a watch. I don't know. We'll see.
You should watch it sometime.
I'm at the moment actually watching that Netflix series Tiger King, which is all the rage online now with people. Have you heard of this?
Yes, I saw that online. It shows it on the thing, but I didn't know what it was about. Tigers were running, and it was like a train man.
Yeah.
Yes, I seen that. I didn't play it yet.
It's about people who own private zoos where they have tigers.
Yeah, they have it on. I have it on the thing. I haven't seen it yet though, but it keeps popping up.
It's pretty wild, pretty crazy.
It is.
I'm enjoying it. It's a good series.
Oh.
Might even do a themes and memes episode about it. I don't know. We'll see.
If you get me and just see, I'll just look at it because I know it popped up on my show. Because when I was watching a show, that was the next came up.
Yeah,
said, well,
that's a good
what's
series.
This series about?
It's like a series of 6 or 7 episodes. It's I think I'm 3 in so far. It's good. It's good. Yeah, I'm enjoying that one.
Well, I'm in a series with this one Chiquita.
Yeah, you were saying this yesterday. What the heck is this thing?
This Chiquita movie. It's very interesting. What it is people were trying to get trained to be. First of all, it started out to be bad.
Okay.
And I got into the point where, okay, the government got a hang of it and said, well, this has got to stop. We got to make it good again. So what happened was, I'll give you part of the ending.
Make America great again? Is that what happens?
Bring in the Marines.
Okay.
And they're trying to get these bad people out of the way. Miss Makita, she's a good person, and she's trying to kill this one guy that's the main course. And what happened
like for dinner?
No. Kills her, though, because he falls down in the hole. And that ends the show with him dying. And now I'm in another paragraph of it, of the new kind.
Okay.
I got another paragraph of it, and it's still going on.
So the guy dies in the hole. It's over.
It's over on that part.
But then part two rolls around.
starts the new episode of it.
This
now.
is a TV series?
TV series,
okay.
Correct. It's very interesting.
Is it a new one?
It's a new. They're in episodes. There's a new episode every couple of weeks.
All right.
I mean, this is the beginning of the good episode coming. See,
Okay.
and Nikita finds her boyfriend, and she gets engaged with him.
Okay.
And so they're right now engaged. And I have a feeling her partner is going to engage with this Marine. I have a feeling this is what's going to happen.
Now this is not
This
a
is something.
documentary, is it? It's not a documentary. It's a fictional narrative, correct? Like a movie. Like a movie isn't real. Like Aquaman. Aquaman the movie isn't somebody falling around Jason Momoa who is actually
No, I think
Aquaman.
I think this is real.
So it's a documentary
I think it's a documentary.
because Tiger King is a documentary.
Yeah, I think it's a documentary.
It is.
But because of people, this is an underground operation.
Illegal.
Was illegal.
Okay.
Was actually now it is. I think it is now. But it's new kind of underground operation where the bad people, some of them that they know were there and they know about it. Every series, it starts coming to that question, to that. I could do a rematch review of it because what I've been watching, I could do a thing on about it.
Okay.
I was thinking of doing a thing about it on a broadcast.
Well, I guess
on my
we're doing a
broadcast.
thing right now.
Well, we're doing it now.
This is something.
So this has been happening, and now that they straightened out the bad people. The first bill had a little girl that her mother and father was missing. This was the first one, and the bad one was the man and her daughter was operating, and she wanted to go. I don't know, but she was more burnt to that man than the family, until Takita and a friend in the operation and the corporation, the people have told her, listen, you are good. You ain't not going to be bad with him. So what happened was he got killed. The boyfriend killed the man. They wound up going back, the little girl going back to the parents. And that was the end of that series.
Okay.
So it was a series.
Okay.
That's how that one ended.
That's how it ends.
On that one.
All right.
But it's something like that.
If anybody has
helping them.
seen this series, send us a message on Twitter, and then Uncle and you can have a little conversation back and forth about this series.
Yeah, I can talk about that series. You haven't been there, so you don't know anything
I have
about
no
it.
idea what this is.
You don't.
I don't have
you
the
have
first
to
clue of
watch.
what it is.
You have to watch it.
You know, Uncle, I have a hard time keeping up with the shows and the
know.
movies. I
You
barely
can't
watch
even-
them.
You can't even do a. If we did a Top Gun series, I don't think you could keep up with it. Being there, you have to be on top of it all the
I'll
time.
find a way to watch Top Gun. Here and there I'll watch stuff, but I cannot keep... I barely watch movies or TV, really, anymore. I hardly ever do.
You haven't
Hardly at all.
because you can't because of your work.
Well,
Work
that's part
and-
of it. I mean,
work and stuff at home.
other people work and they find time to watch TV. I just don't. Not really. I don't. I mean, I hardly do it. It's like a struggle to get these Tiger King episodes in.
You got a topical thing.
I feel like I have to set time aside to do it.
You do.
It's weird.
You do. I mean, why do you think I'm stopping? I'm in the middle of my shows, and these people in the house are saying, "I need you down here." I have to pause mine.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm doing that. That's
Oh,
exactly what I'm doing when I'm trying to watch something.
Mm-hmm.
I have to stop the pause. Every 5 minutes, I have to pause something. I have to pause it. I'm pushing the button, pausing, and then know how that goes. And then with the house here, and then that's exactly. I know what you're going through. I know exactly how it feels.
Busy. Very busy.
Yeah.
No time for this entertainment business.
I mean, here you get a chance to be out of work for a little bit, thinking you can be able to do something. No, you can't.
not
It's
out of
not necessary. Not in this house.
Not happening.
Not happening.
Always
That's right.
something to do.
Right.
So, yeah, there's that.
exactly.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, so we're at Uncle Podcast on Twitter. I did mention that earlier.
Yeah,
if you're not following us, please do. And do send some messages, and we'll respond to you. We haven't done a lot of the Twitter lately, Uncle. I need to do some more of that because that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know. Well, once we're organized and you get straight with your work and know what you're doing, we can go back to doing all that.
Yeah.
I mean, because you don't know where you're coming or going. From your
I don't
standpoint,
know.
you don't know
I don't know what's
even
happening.
if you're working anymore. I mean,
Oh,
going
I
back
am.
back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
And then we've got the Uncle Instagram, @Uncle Podcast, again, the same handle, @Uncle Podcast. I'm going to be posting the 3-year, I don't know if you call it anniversary, but we've been growing that Joshua tree from seed for 3 years. I'm going to take the 3-year picture of what it looks like being grown from seed for 3 years. I'm going to be posting that probably tomorrow.
Is that in the ground in here?
Yeah, it's
On
been
the
in the
ground?
ground since last December, yeah.
Oh.
It's in the backyard right now.
Oh, it's that big one.
Well, it's
which
not
one was it?
that big. No, there's bigger ones out there, other plants. But
I have to look at it myself. I'm not sure which one you're
since
talking
I
about.
planted it in the ground, it has been growing much more rapidly than when it was in a pot. I'll say that. It's growing very well in the ground. It's doing good. So it's getting bigger. It's fun to track its growth. You know,
I'm deciding to take mine that in the room out because I'm thinking of something else.
what? Do you have a plant in there?
Yeah, I want to get it out.
Did it die? Is it alive?
I don't know.
I've been in there.
I have to. I don't know. I've been trying to. I gave a little bit of water. I don't know what to do with it.
You gotta be careful with the water. You
That's
don't
the
wanna overwater.
problem. I don't know what I'm doing, and I think it's not doing well. And so I want to break it out. But I do want to get one that looks like an orange, but I'll try to leave the light on.
Something that's orange.
Something that doesn't need water much. Well,
Didn't we have a succulent in there in your room? Isn't that what we put? They don't need much water.
I think that's what it was.
I can't remember what we gave you.
I
can't
think
remember
that's what
was
it
in
was,
there. It
but-
had to be a succulent.
I
but
think
don't
it
know what.
was, but I didn't know how to handle the water, and you say not to give it much water, so I didn't know what to do. And I have to take it out.
I can't
So
remember what the pot situation is. We're gonna need
It was
a pot.
it was a white one.
A white pot.
I got it in there now.
We're gonna need a pot that has drainage in it, and then drainage, and then you need a little dish for when it drains out.
There
it
is a
catches in the
dish
dish.
underneath
There's a
it.
dish.
I think there was a dish underneath
So the
it.
pot probably drains, which is good. We're gonna need that.
But what I'm going to have to do is, I just want to see about this one orange. It's what the dogs were eating,
The dogs were eating it.
and you had to remove it.
This was something in the yard, or what?
Yeah, in the yard.
Was it those tall things?
Yeah. I like those.
Oh, the fire sticks?
Fire stick. I like the colors of those.
You had that in your room.
No. That's what I want to put in my room.
That's what you want to put in your room.
I had the other things. The other
Okay,
ones.
some other succulent.
Yeah,
the fire
so-
stick is a variety of euphorbia.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
There are many. So, and it's a succulent, of course.
I'm going to have to see how much water. I got to look into what you have to do with it, though.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at it and see what you have in there. I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, just some succulent with a good draining pot. Water it here and there. Just make sure that you open up your windows a bit so you get some light will help.
Yeah, I know. I can leave
Don't
it
keep the
light.
blinds shut all day. Like, leave some light coming in.
I'm trying to have a light in it, and I think that will work.
Yeah.
That's
Should be fine. That's all you really need to do, and it should live and be okay.
Hmm.
Doesn't take a whole lot of work with those things.
that's why I don't want to have a lot of work to do on a plant. But I felt bad seeing it, but it was like it's dying in
Yeah.
a way that I don't know if it's died or what it's done.
You just gotta keep your eye on it and see, like keep track of what you've been doing.
I'll
watering,
show
not
you. I'll
watering.
show you from the show. If you want
We've got
to
a
see
few plants here in the bathroom and whatnot, but I'm always keeping track of them. And they're doing good. They're growing good. Have a interesting carnivorous plant in our bathroom just outside the closet here. It's a pitcher plant.
Picture plant.
Yeah, it's in that basket, the hanging basket.
Oh, yes, I saw something.
It eats, so to speak, insects. It feeds on them.
I do.
Yeah.
No wonder why we haven't had any itching.
that's
that makes
cool.
sense.
And there are insects which fly up in there and get caught, so it's pretty cool.
So they know not to go anymore.
Well, no, they
Delicious
actually
stuff. Let's go. Ciao.
they're attracted to the plant and they fly in there because of the attraction of, like, I think it puts off a smell, but also the color attracts them in, and then they kind of hit this the top of the pitcher, so to speak, and they fall down inside, and then they get stuck, and then it slowly digests them over a period of 1,000 years.
What the heck is this? Someone's chowing me down. Watch out.
It's like the Sarlacc pit in Return of the Jedi, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I think that was modeled after probably carnivorous plants in part because it's just the way it operates. It just kind of sits there, and then you get eaten by it, and you sit there and get digested over a long period of time. But carnivorous plants are pretty cool. They're pretty fun. You know much about them, like the Venus flytraps and whatnot?
I've seen the review of some of them, how they go up, the plant needs something to eat, and chop. They eat one of the flies. That's delicious. And they eat and then drops down into the stomach. The plant.
Fly will walk inside of the plant, and then there's little... there's these little like hair things on the inside, and then that triggers the plant to shut, and it closes in on the fly or whatever the bug happens to be. Then it gets stuck in there and is digested by the Venus flytrap.
You would think it's funny though, a plant that's like a human. I mean, it's something like that.
It kind of. I mean. That's the thing. People anthropomorphize them quite a bit, and they're not animals, and they're not like they're not moving in the way an animal moves. The Venus flytrap is unique in that it does move incredibly rapidly with the closing of its like what looks to be jaws.
Right. Jaws.
So it looks like an animal. It acts like an animal. It's still a plant.
Right.
But it's really something else. It's pretty crazy that such a thing exists, I would say.
I would like to see something like that in a room that it's live, but it's sitting there while it's eating. To watch something like that.
You know what we need to do, Uncle? And this will be coming up. This will lead me to another point, but let me just start with this thing that we want to do first. Is out in Landers, right? Landers, out in the desert. The number one business out there in Landers is Goobler orchids.
Is that a plant?
Yeah, they grow orchids, but in addition to orchids, which are just like these tropical flowers, which are hard to grow, they also grow carnivorous plants out there.
I'm thinking of something. Well, you get to your land, when you can get in there.
Yeah.
Let's put a plant room.
Sure.
Into one of those areas.
We'll have plants at the house.
We're going to have a plant room because we're going to look into something. Trying to see, you're saying they're growing all these plants.
Yeah.
It's a good spot to put a plant room, to put all these plants
of course we'll have plants there. But my suggestion, Uncle, is that we pay a visit to Goobler Orchids because you can tour the place.
Oh, you can?
And we go see, and I know they have Venus flytraps there. I know they have those.
Oh, maybe. Then again.
Pretty sure they have the pitcher plants. We need to go and do a little tour. In addition, maybe we can even get them to agree that we can make a little video of us touring the place.
Yeah, we can do that. And give out, of course, the cards.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, after you get done with this, will you please send Chuck some cards?
Yeah, yes, I will.
I need, because I know he don't have any.
But yeah, this video thing, Uncle, is an idea that I've been batting about lately. Actually, my buddy at work, Nick, has kind of inspired me on this, and we're thinking about we need to have him on the show. I need to bring him in. We could have him live.
Okay, we'll have our next live show. Set it up, and we'll have it on my show.
We'll have to have him here. And shout out to Nick. He does a podcast, the Shadow Zone podcast. I've mentioned it before, but again, check it out, Shadow Zone podcast. Yeah. But yeah, the idea is we can start making short little documentary videos, like for instance, a tour of Goobler Orchids on Landers.
Okay,
and you could be the you could be the talent. You'd be like the host of it. And you'd be like, oh, here, check this out.
Okay. I wouldn't mind something like that. Yeah. To do something like that. But let's first get the land, please.
Yeah.
I mean,
we will.
When is the process of talking about that again?
It's a matter of time. Things are bizarre now, Uncle. It was tough to begin with before the coronavirus, just with the whole the finalizing of the sale of the house.
I mean, that's still going on.
The closing date and all that. Yeah, it was weird before that. I mean, it was always going to happen. It's just this matter of time and all this stuff going on. But now it seems like it might be even later. But it will change hands over to us Surely, it's just a
I'm
matter
sure
of time.
the owner that has him now is dying. When am I be able to give him to my customer?
Yeah.
I know what he's thinking.
So
whoever that man.
we'll have that
What
going,
was his
and
name?
I think there's a lot of stuff out there that we could make these videos of. We could do the Goobler Orchids thing. We could do a video about Giant Rock. I think is an
Giant
absolute
Rock.
must.
I must see that, and I want to see about these Indian things.
That's one of them.
I want to see about this. This is what's got me. I want to find out about how did the Indians invest in this cave.
Yeah.
I'm curious because that could be a mystery in itself.
Yeah. I mean, there are endless videos just out in the desert alone. You could do a video about the Joshua tree. Like, this is a Joshua tree.
Right.
Do a little
I mean,
informational
if
video
my-
about it.
My broadcast will grow into that. You know so how much it will grow?
The videos could
I'll
help
grow
a lot. Yeah.
Down.
They could help promote. Yeah.
People. Oh, what is this to talk about? Uncle Broadcast? What's this about?
We
And
have
then
some
you see
camping
the-
trips we want to do. We want to go back up to Sequoia National Park, Death Valley, and then back and around. And there's some very interesting places to stop on the way. I just need to break out the video camera again. We're going to film when we do these things, and then it's just a matter of editing the pieces and throwing them online. I want to make them super short, like no longer than really 5 minutes a piece.
Right.
probably.
It has to be. Everything you make out there has to be short.
No
now
need to be long.
I realize they have to be shorter.
It's better that way.
Yeah. Keep them short and don't make them long. Because if you make them long, like you said, it will ruin it. Mm-hmm. So let's just make everything they're gonna from now on have to be short.
Yeah. So just remember this, Uncle. We'll get because I have my camera. I got it. We'll break it out. We'll take the microphone with us. We'll, and we'll just make some videos. We'll do all these things, and we'll go these interesting places and do. It'll be like travel videos, really.
Yeah. Remember that show on the TV?
Yeah.
Traveling on the desert.
Yeah.
You ever heard of them? Yeah,
Well-
they had some visitors that does that before.
Yeah, it's gonna be our version of that.
but with not version.
We'll be in the desert many times with these videos for sure, with a good number of them with
Right.
desert locations. Yeah, so that's something that we need to do. So that's something I really want to do because
Let's
I
put that on our list.
I haven't done
Listening.
video in a long time.
Let's put these things on list.
It's on the list.
Get them on the list and just have 'em, okay, this is it. This would do.
And along the same lines, remind me to get Nick here in the studio. So we need to have him on the show. He's
Nick,
cool.
Yeah,
so
get
we'll have
Nick.
him.
Next show that I'll get live. Try to find him.
Yeah.
Bring him on.
We will.
And then
We will.
I'll have a good talk with him.
Yeah.
Because I love talking to my customers.
Oh, yeah.
Because they do the talking and I do the listening to them. With them. If I come out, break a few and ask a question or two, but I let them do the talking.
Yeah. But in the meantime, follow our social media. We
Yeah,
keep
social media.
plugging this. At Uncle Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, essentially.
Yeah, right.
Those are the two places really to do it. At the moment, the website's down, but it will be back up. I'll get it running. It's just a matter of time. It might fix itself because it broke itself somehow. I don't know how that
It
happened.
probably will open it up again.
I
But
hope.
I'll say by the next live cast, I bet you it'll be fixed.
Yeah.
I'm putting mine to that. I mean, and they'll fix it. It'll fix itself, like you said.
I
just
hope
now.
that's it. Otherwise, I gotta go in there and figure out what's going on. I gotta tweak some things.
Sounds like my editor, my Chucky, has the same problem with his voice song.
I had to totally redo my Age of Transitions website at one point. I just had to redo the thing,
Well, yeah, that too.
which was kind of annoying. I mean, it's not that complex of a site, but it took some time nonetheless. But sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. UncleThePodcast.com. It should be back up. We'll see. Let's see here. And what about why don't we start doing shout-outs now?
Okay, hit the shout-outs. On my shout-out to Sawmen. Well, Sawmen, I don't know what you've been doing.
Sawmen?
Sawmen, shout out to you swordsmen.
Oh, swords. Yes.
I'm saying the swordsmen.
I thought you said saw.
No, sword.
Oh.
Shoo, shoo. Don't you know what a sword is, their sidekick?
I do.
Oh, well, pay attention.
Okay.
Those are favorite people that I haven't yet got to talk to.
Pure Blades.
Pure Blades. I want to talk to that live man.
We know that they're shut down during this.
Oh, yes, they're shut down.
The whole mall is.
Down. No, I know they're down.
So they're not open. They're not essential, unfortunately.
No, they're not. They're down.
Hopefully they can weather the economic fallout of this crisis.
Yeah.
Because it can be tough for the small businesses. They don't get
They're
the...
saying it's tough for them. They've been saying on the news it's been tough for them. I mean, here it is having this virus problem. And I mean, they've been long out since we've been out of work. Or maybe even longer.
Yeah, so let's really hope that Pure Blades is still there at the end of this thing.
Oh, yeah, and the beef people.
So shout out to Pure Blades. We hope that you're doing okay, that you still be around. And beef people, likewise, hope that you're doing all right, that you're still going to carry forward in times ahead, that we'll still be able to get beef in the city of Orange.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's those shout-outs. I gave my shout-out to Nick. Again, Shadow Zone Podcast. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else I want to shout-out. I guess shout-out to the American Red Cross.
The guy from Ohio. What's his name?
Actually, Nick is from Ohio. I don't know if you knew
him
that,
and
but who
another
else?
guy.
Cooley?
Cooley. Shout out to you, Cooley. Yeah. Wherever you been and wherever you at.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say with the Red Cross thing, if you're able to give blood, just go out there and do it. I mean, why not?
Well, with the red thing, you find them, you go ahead and give blood. I mean, but not me, I can't.
I'm planning on it. I just need to find out how and when and set the time aside, and then I'm going to go do it. And so you should too. And the special bonus, you get to find out if you've ever had the coronavirus.
That is a good bonus.
So there you go.
I wish I could do it, but I won't be able to.
Yep. If you can, do it.
Yeah. Well.
So there's that. Let's see here. Shout out to producer Chuck, who is playing this episode live on Ocheli.com.
Out to him.
Premiering Friday night.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll be back live next week or if I'm working again, which I might be. I don't know.
That's your boss. Like
well,
you're saying, sidekick.
I got to check the schedule.
See if you can give him a break on the Fridays again.
Yeah, but if we're not there next Friday, we'll be back. Okay, the live show will be back. So get ready with your calls when we do have the live show. Keep up with the Twitter.
Yeah.
Because
I'm going to start talking Twitters again, people.
Yeah, but we'll also let you know on Twitter with your and my Twitter accounts that, hey, look, we're doing a live show this week or tonight, so be sure to listen. Yeah. So stay tuned that way. You can contact us. Franz at theageoftransitions.com is my email. The contact page is down on Uncle the Podcast at the moment, but usually it has some information up there. You can send us mail. Who knows when we'll be able to check it again, but we will.
Have you been checking your mailbox?
No, I haven't been going over there. No, I haven't. So it's been a while since I've checked it.
Should check and see, just in case.
I want to. I don't know if it's even open. I don't think it is. I don't think
the mail's been called.
Well, this is a mailbox place. Is the thing? It's not like the post office. It's just
is it the one down there by us where I went to? It's over that way.
It's over that
way. Where I had my nails. I could get my nails done, but not them. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I don't know, but I think I don't know. Well, we'll definitely have a new show and new programming for you next Friday, one way or the other. Thank you for being here tonight. We hope that you've been in the chat room at Ocheli.com. Keep going there and showing up and for the new episodes and chatting with everybody there. That's always good. We'll be back soon. Keep reminding us to make these Uncle the Podcast travel videos because it's something that we really do need to do for a number of different reasons. Promotion being the least of those reasons. But I do think that making those videos, Uncle, I think would be a very good promotional tool for the podcast.
Oh yeah. We'll just have to do that.
Yeah.
And if we can't do the lives, that would be the other option. Let's just do them.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's depending on your boss and you. What your stories are.
I need to free up some time. But anyway, that's it. This is Uncle the Podcast. Anything else, Uncle? What else before we go here?
That's all I can think of. I guess that should do it.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.